When we view stress as a threat, our performance decreases, but when we view stress as a challenge, our performance increases. So I am back in the USA, greatest country in the world, right? Colombia, amazing life-changing experience. As expected, I could just go on and on about that. I don't want to go on too much right now, but basically I'm back in Maryland where I grew up, and I will be here through the end of the month. I'm back visiting some family, hanging out with the bros. I have a family wedding this weekend, so I get to see all my family. That'll be really fun, really cool. Some of you guys know my uncles and my other relatives, and you guys know it's a good time. But yeah, back in the US, and I'm going to be moving back to Brooklyn at the end of this month, probably for the next 2 to 3 months at least, or until I go broke pretty much. Quitting my job, moving to Colombia without much of a plan was one thing, and the cost of living was about $1,000 a month, and going back to Brooklyn now, the cost of living is easily $3,000 plus a month. So it is definitely going to be a hustle, definitely going to be a struggle. And, I have to admit I'm a bit stressed about it. I'm a bit nervous, but I'm kind of using that as a way to get shit done, and using that as a kind of way to motivate me, because, stress is always going to be there, and it's not a matter of trying to eliminate stress. It's a matter of dealing with stress the right way, I feel. You wouldn't sit there and wish for 26 hours in a day or 27 hours in a day, because that just isn't reality. Instead, you would try to figure out how to be more productive with your time. And that's kind of how I'm approaching this stress. It's always going to be a factor for the most part. So it really all boils down to how we perceive stress. When we view stress as a threat, our performance decreases. But when we view stress as a challenge, our performance increases. So it really all comes down to how we perceive it and how we use stress as a way to act and move forward. I could sit here and worry all day long about whether I'm going to make enough money or not, but that's not going to serve me well. So I'm just trying to focus on what I can do right now, and how I can, best set myself up for success down the road. And I'm also super excited to get back to Brooklyn, see all my friends, and crush some kale smoothies, all that dirty hipster stuff that Brooklynites get up to. But I also have some really exciting stuff coming up for my website, which I'm super pumped about. I don't want to give too much away yet, but next week I'm actually going to be sitting down with Miami Dolphins linebacker Jelani Jenkins. He is a high school classmate of mine, and he was a 4th round draft pick. He was a high school All-American. He played football at University of Florida, and he's really kind of established himself, even though he's only a few years into the league, as a leader. And we're just really going to dive into his kind of mindset and how he approaches his work ethic and the off-season training and all the things that are kind of below the surface. We really only see the tip of the iceberg on TV when we watch these football games, but there's so much that goes into it, and we're really just going to dive into all of that and kind of just talk through the process that Jelani takes mentally. Also going to be sitting down with my good friend Mike Wallace. Mike Wallace is an up-and-coming hip-hop performer and artist, and he is just a great all-around dude. He's worked with some really impressive and inspiring people in the music industry and beyond. And we're also going to talk about his journey as well. So I'm super excited about that. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Super excited about everything that's coming up. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do that right after I finish up. We are almost to 100 subscribers on YouTube. Woo! And almost to 1,000 on the blog. So things are growing. I'm super excited about everything we've got going on. So be sure to subscribe and don't miss out on anything.